This first question is in response to the first video I did, which is Start from Scratch After 40, in which I shared the story of what happened on my first day in the classroom in Korea. And one person was very triggered, and their question was, why should I put up with racism in Asia? I would prefer to deal with it in English speaking countries. I thought about whether I should have shared that story when I was doing the first video, but I realized it was a very important part of my story, and I chose to share it. But I will say this, I don't think that every situation is racism. I know that racism exists everywhere, but sometimes what we consider racism is ignorance. It's that people have not been exposed to us, to everybody, to some groups, and so it can come across as racism. And I would say sometimes people just don't know any better, right? It's just a lack of exposure. But the main point is this, you don't have to go to Asia. You can choose to stay where you are in an English speaking country. But also know that if you are seeking a better life, if you're seeking a fresh start, there may be opportunities that you're missing in Asia, and you're dismissing those opportunities based on fear. There's a quote from Joseph Campbell that says, "The cave that you fear to enter is the one that holds the treasures that you're seeking." I'm going to read that one again. The cave that you fear to enter is the one that holds the treasures that you're seeking. I'm going to do that again. The cave that you fear to enter is the one that holds the treasures that you're seeking. We each get to decide what we're willing to put up with in exchange for our growth, our prosperity, and our possibility. So I leave that with you. I trust that it helps you to maybe open up a little bit more to greater possibilities that await you, and to not allow the fear of dealing with racism to stop you. And I thank you for your heartfelt question, because that's really a very powerful one. All right, so on to question number two. Question number two is, what age is too old to start over? And I think it's a great question, because in the 1900s, they considered 47 to be too old. Today, in 2025, when I did the research, 80s is considered to be too old. But guess what? You are as young as you feel. There are 80-year-olds right now who are hiking and biking and salsa dancing and mountain climbing and what's the other one I was thinking of? There was another one. I was running marathons, right? They're enjoying life to the fullest, right? 80-year-olds doing that, 90-year-olds too. They're enjoying life to the fullest. And then there are 20-something-year-olds and 30-something-year-olds who feel old. So age is nothing but a number. As long as you're breathing, you can start over. There is no expiration date on starting over. I really hope that that lands and makes a difference for you, so that you don't put yourself in any kind of category that would limit you from starting over regardless of your age. I'm going to come to you in the comments when I get done answering these ones. But so that was number two. Question number three is, I feel stuck and I am unsure how to get stuck. What can I do? And I want to acknowledge this viewer and say thank you so much for this question, because it's a normal one that all of us face at different points, right? There's nothing unusual about you feeling stuck. It's human to feel stuck at different points. So I want to suggest a couple of things for you. First, the first thing is to acknowledge the feeling and tell yourself that it's okay. It's normal. You're just being human when you feel stuck. All right. So start with that. And then number two Get clear on what's causing you to feel stuck. Is it a specific situation in your life? Is it a lack of motivation? What exactly is it that's making you feel stuck? And then number three is to think about a past situation in your life in which you felt stuck and you were able to get unstuck. What did you do to get there? How did you get unstuck? And then take one small action, and see what happens based on that. So, number one, acknowledge that it's okay for you to feel stuck. You're human. Number two is to get clear on what's causing it. Is it a particular situation or is it just a lack of motivation? Think about what exactly is it that's causing it. And then three, think about a past time in your life when you were stuck, you got unstuck. How did that happen? How did you get to be unstuck? And then take one small action step, see what happens. Question number four says, reinventing myself is an inspiring way of putting it. I am starting over and I have all kinds of fear coming up. What can I do? Well, I want to say, first of all, congratulations on having the courage to start over and also to recognize that there's fear coming up. It is normal to have fear. And so, what I'm going to invite you to do is to tell yourself that it's okay to have fear. Talk to yourself. Self talk is very important, positive self talk. If you can find a way to talk to yourself in a positive way, as I'm looking in the camera right now, and tell yourself whatever your name is. And this is something that I do sometimes. I go and I talk to myself and I say, Lorna, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're safe. You're safe. You're going to be okay. And sometimes just giving yourself a hug in the moment when you're faced with the fear, give yourself a hug. The other thing that I think is important is to write down the fears that are coming up. Journaling is a key part of how I move through a lot of the fears that have come up in my life. And journaling is something that I encourage everybody to do because it's a powerful way for you to get in touch with what's underneath the fear. It's also a powerful way for you to begin to build your self-confidence, build your self-esteem, and to hear the voice of God, creator, life, the universe, whatever you call it. Sometimes by writing, as you start writing down what is bothering you, what is causing fear, as you start making note of it, as you allow it to flow out of you, you will get answers from God, from life, from the universe as to what steps to take to allow yourself to shift. So, journaling is a key part of what I'm encouraging you to use because it's a tool that I use all the time and I continue to use it because I continue to deal with fear. Every step of the journey, every time you move to another level, there's something else, right? Coming on to do a live creates fear for me. And so I'm tethered to my notes because I'm gonna mess up, right? So just recognize that it's normal and I bless you to move through it courageously to start over, as you say, reinvent your life and to do what it is that is next in your life.